What's going on, y'all? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And man, I sure am, because today is the day that Femnants whitelist token has been released for a quest. This is the first time I've seen a whitelist token be offered in game, which is so cool. But we're talking about my favorite project today. We're talking about the Remnants, which is the best play to earn game on Solana, bar none. It's not even close. This is actually a working product that is out right now. Huge updates on the way over the month of April and leading into May too. I would assume there's a lot that's coming out. So over the next month, this space is going to be so much fun to watch. It is why it was my #1 yesterday. And if you haven't seen my video on top 5 projects to watch for April, go ahead and check that eye in the sky. It's a really good video. You can skip around if you want to, but we talk a little bit about the projects I'm excited for, but none other than the Remnants am I more excited for. Today we'll be going over a little bit about the alpha when buying a remnant, so what to search for, the basics on how to actually play the game, but not go into it in too much detail because there are so many updates coming out and this is going to be irrelevant in the next 2 to 4 weeks, I would assume. But more importantly, we're going to be talking about the alpha in remnants, how to actually seek alpha when it comes to this upcoming Femnants mint, and what you should be looking for, some different strategies to go about, and maybe some different price levels to look after. So without further ado, let's go into the Remnants inventory search so we can see a little bit about what I'm talking about when it comes to alpha when buying your remnant. Okay, so we're over in the Remnants inventory search. If you need a link to it, it'll be down in the description below. But we're gonna just check out some of the items on this. There is one thing in particular I'm looking for, and there it is. Bolt cutters. Bolt cutters are the alpha right now because it allows you into a zone called the military base. The military base is definitely the best zone to loot per key, but this will all be changing here soon, so it could be irrelevant. But right now, it's the best place to loot. The reason being is because you get the most camp per key. You only get 2 keys per day per remnant, and you have to use them wisely. A military base consumes 1 key per trip. You can run military base twice. You get the most camp per trip, so the camp token, what we use in game, and also some of the best items. So I really love the compass. You get there, the survival guides drop there. You also get hazmat helmets, ID cards, and most importantly, backpacks. So this guy already has one, which is insane. That's actually a really good value at floor because he has bolt cutters, backpack, some good items like a flashlight, a military compass. So that's a T3 compass that's upgraded twice from T1 to T2 to T3, and an ID card. This guy's actually a steal right now, so hopefully he's still around when I drop this video, but this would be the one I would buy close to the floor. So even though it's 0.5 more, and maybe, you know, aesthetically less pleasing, I don't know, that do go after aesthetics, it is important, but items are the real alpha. You can sell, if you really wanted to, you can sell all this for at least 3 SOL. So you're subsidizing your cost to 17 SOL if you really wanted to, but this will help make your trips a little more efficient and a little better when you're actually starting out the game. So what does all this mean? Well, let's go into the game. We'll do a brief overview and I'll show you a guide that is super helpful and created by one of our community members, Snifflewizzard, that gives a really good overview and everything you need to know about looting in the current meta. All right, so we are at the base website, the camp, camp.theremnantsnft.com, a link down below. And we are in a browser right now. You can do this on the Phantom mobile app if you want to. I seem to have better loot luck on mobile, so I don't know, maybe free alpha for you. I don't know if it works for you, but it seems to work better for me. So you'll start out up here. You're going to scroll down. A lot of people don't realize you can scroll down, and you have 5 zones right here. These are the original 5 zones. Right now though, if you're seeing this video and it's within 40 hours or so, make sure you are running the Longwood mines. This is how you get the Femnants whitelist token. So I have a few other guys out on trips right now. They will be going over, once I claim their loot, I'm gonna be going over to the mines and making sure I get every whitelist token I can for my remnants. But if you were playing the game after you get the whitelist token and we still haven't converted to stamina, go to prison to get bolt cutters. Once you get bolt cutters, start looting the ever-living shit out of military base. I mean, this is definitely the place to go. You can get a hazmat helmet and you can go to radiation zone. However, just know radiation zone is rug zone. It's rug zone. Yeah, barely any camp drops. It takes 2 keys in order to run this. You need to have a hazmat helmet. you do get incredible items. These are top tier items in the game right now. Some of these sell, like radioactive banana, I've seen sold for like 15 SOL. So almost the price of a remnant. These go anywhere from like 2 to 5 SOL, depending on how much is in the market right now. But there's a lot of good items. The problem is they barely drop. So unless you are loot optimized and have plenty of camp on hand to buy keys, because you're going to be burning through them like crazy, this is not the place to go. I would spend most of your time in military base. If you need more information on how to play this game, because I don't want to go too much into detail in it, there's this awesome guide created by Snifflewizzard. Really goes into awesome detail on how to play the entire game in its current state. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much, Snifflewizzard. This guide has helped so many newcomers into the Remnants, so I guarantee you it will help you as well. With all that said though, let's talk a little bit about the Femnants mint, because it's coming soon. It's actually coming next week, and there's going to be a lot of alpha to be had. This is one of my favorite ecosystems. I encourage you to find a way to get into it. And I think the Femnants upcoming mint is the best way to possibly get into the ecosystem, to get a looter, to start looting. Right now, the mint price is going to be anywhere from 2 to 2.5 SOL, and it's going to be whitelist only. So how do we go about getting whitelist? Well, you can do one thing. The guaranteed way is getting a remnant now, and within the 2-day time frame. So by April 15th, at 4 p.m. UTC, so adjust that. For me, it's 12 p.m. noon, depending on where you are in the world, just adjust. But that's when you need to have your remnant out on this loot trip in order to attain the whitelist token. It'll be a 50-hour trip, so you have plenty of time to just let it sit there, but make sure you go ahead and claim that and get that whitelist token so you can mint a Femnant, because I guarantee you that mint price is nothing in comparison to what it's going to trade for. Right now, the remnants are sitting at about a 20 SOL floor price. I would imagine Femnants gets close to that. I mean, it is just the female equivalent to the remnants. They won't have any items, so I imagine that premium will still be there. And who knows, maybe Remnants dips down a little bit. Maybe they're pricing into the fact that you get a whitelist token, which brings us into our next point. If you can't afford a remnant, because I know 20 SOL is steep for a lot of people, especially if you're on the fence, maybe this is your first NFT. What I would do is, one, search Famous Fox Federation, look at their token market, and eventually we should see a verified listing for Femnants whitelist token. I would buy, not financial advice, none of this is in this video, please do not misconstrue it for that, but I personally am looking to buy whitelist tokens up to 5 SOL. 5 SOL is my breaking point. Not that I don't think it's going to go way higher than that, but that might be where I start to consider, okay, 5 SOL plus the 2 to 2.5 to mint. Do I think somebody is going to paper hand one of these Femnants for like a 2x flip, a 1 SOL flip? Because there are a lot of flippers out there. Maybe a possibility. And that would be my other option. See what secondary brings you. See if Femnants go on secondary. See if somebody paper hands one for like 4 SOL or something, and they think they made a huge profit, but they are going to be sad in the long run. That might be a really good opportunity to get in, because 20 SOL it's steep for a lot of people. The problem with these strategies is that I think a lot of Remnants holders, a lot of them are diamond hands. A lot of community members have been here for the long haul, and I have not seen anybody sell really. That's why we only have 60 listings right now. But more importantly, they've just added to their bags. So not only are you going to be competing against other people wanting to get into the ecosystem, but you're probably going to be competing against savvy, already knowledgeable Remnants owners. So I personally am going to not be as active as I want to be in the secondary, because I want to give the opportunity for a lot of people to jump into this project. I think the more people we have, the better for the ecosystem, and I think that's going to be the one thing that the team is going to focus on in the future to make sure that we sustain this project. It is the best play to earn game, and I think that's going to be the only thing that stops us from world domination once we finish this huge update we have coming up. My last piece of alpha before I leave you guys, and I know it's been such a good time with you guys, man. I'm always on Twitter though, so you can always follow me there, but I would make sure that I would grab a camp as well. The camps are running at about 9 SOL right now. You can find them Remnants Camps on Magic Eden, going for about 9 SOL at the time of recording. They were going for 7 SOL yesterday. Sorry I didn't get the video out in time. I apologize, but I would get them. Like I said, I have a whole Twitter thread, and I'll go ahead and link that in the description below as well. But we can talk a little bit about why I think camps are supremely undervalued, they are more finite in their supply. There will only ever be 4,000 camps. And on top of that, when we actually convert it to land, you have the option to tier it up. So what do I mean by that? Well, one camp burned equals one camp in the game, one plot of land, so to speak, but it'll be called a camp. This will be tiered though. So for instance, somebody like Later Nerd in our Discord has like 100 camps. He can burn 100 of those for 2 citadels. Citadels are going to be 50 camps each, so a 50 plot size of land, and there will be benefits to owning these. So they will be incentivized to burn all of these. And once they're burned, that's it. There's only going to be a finite amount. So that 4,000 number is going to come down even lower because there will be tiers to this. There will be 1 camp, 3 camp, 5 camps, 10 camps, possibly 15. They talked about it, 25 camps and 50 camps. Those will be the tiers in order to mint when we convert over to land. So last but not least, I actually am hosting a giveaway. I will be hosting a Femnants whitelist mint token giveaway just for you guys. So go ahead, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on this video. I will, once I get the token, we'll come out with a way to raffle it off. Make sure you are following me on Twitter at BisonTrades, and subscribe for more content, for more updates on how to get into this giveaway. And make sure you check the links below because there may be a surprise there for you for an entry list. So with all that said, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this has been super useful, and I think there's a lot of alpha to be had out there in the Remnants ecosystem in the coming weeks. So make sure you get on it now and make that sweet return and have fun doing it, man. This is an incredible ecosystem, and I think it's going to pay dividends down the road. That'll be it for me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.